Stop the FOMO. It looks like LG's plans to beat Samsung by hijacking the trademark QNED is not going to work. LG, desperate times calls for desperate measures, I guess. And today's video is sponsored by Keys. Yep, you need an affordable solution to getting that Windows 10 Pro OEM key, right? You finish your build and you have less than $20 to your name. Well, with Keys, you can actually get a Windows 10 Pro key for $14.99. Just use my code SF20 and boom. Apply it, it's only $14.99. And within minutes, you can activate your Windows Pro 10 key. But that's not all, folks. Keys also sells other codes and keys like Steam, Origin, Uplay. You can explore the website and see what other discount codes works for you. And of course, let's not forget productivity software like Office 2016. $45 after the SF20 discount code. Are you kidding me? Not bad. What's in a name? Well, in this case, the name is QNED, and it's very important, and it's part of that ongoing saga between LG and Samsung, fighting over QNED. So if you remember, last year, Samsung made some news with its next generation technology, TV technology. They called it QNED. And QNED stands for quantum dot, nano emitting diode, or a quantum dot, nanorod LED. Essentially, it's a color filter, quantum dot color filter, the quantum part of QNED, and nano-sized LED backlighting, right? This is smaller than micro LED and very bright. What does quantum dot color filter bring to the table? Well, a wider color gamut and more color volume, more efficiency, great wide viewing angle. It's almost self-emissive, essentially, competing directly with OLED. And of course, the nanorod LEDs in the back will give it that fine control of blacks and dark and shadow detail. We expect this to be what kills OLED in a few years because this is definitely next generation, superior in so many ways to what OLED currently offers. And I suspect it may even put micro LED out of business. That's how promising QNED is. So this was Samsung's QNED moment last year. But then lo and behold, in September of 2020, LG is the first to the trademark office saying QNED belongs to us. We are going to trademark QNED. And Samsung's like, what? So they rushed to the trademark office and attempt to trademark QNED as well. So this was a genius move by LG, a preemptive strike to lock down QNED and prevent Samsung from marketing it as a unique thing that belongs to Samsung. Even more surprising is this 2021 lineup that's called QNED. I did not expect that, by the way. So suddenly, LG is introducing QNED Mini LED. And Samsung must be beside itself because QNED Mini LED is not really QNED. What is it? Well, let's let LG tell you. If you go to its website, right, the QNED, LG's QNED means quantum dot nanocell mini LED. Definitely not next generation, right? It's just an LCD TV with mini LEDs. And of course, because it's nanocell, they get to use the N. So it's QNED. Well, more insulting still. And this is like the worst insult. And this is the part that I think is both sinister and genius. This is the best part of the strategy. LG's mini LED TV, its LCD TVs already out of the gate is using inferior technology to Samsung. It's using an IPS panel, whereas Samsung and everybody else in the LCD TV industry is using a VA panel, right? And a VA panel consistently has deeper blacks, better darks in a darkroom environment. So basically, this is why the LG Nano series did not take off compared to other TVs, because in a darkroom environment, you're going to notice that its blacks are just not deep and it appears kind of dim. Colors are washed out. The contrast is significantly and noticeably weaker than a similar Samsung VA panel TV, and they did it again. So here you have QNED mini LED from LG, and again, they're using an IPS panel. So here's the funny part is they're setting up this QNED to fail. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I sense the reason they did this is they don't want it to threaten the OLED. LG knows that if you take a good mini LED backlighting system and match it to a good VA panel, together, it will threaten the OLED's existence, because this will outperform OLED in many instances. Now, not in all instances, but in enough to threaten the OLED value, right? And that's why, if you notice, they reserve their best QNEDs for the 86-inch size, and that way it doesn't compete directly with any of their 4K OLEDs. You see what they're doing there? But on the other side of it, by giving QNED that drop down in technology, Samsung will be beating QNED all year, this year, and next year. And so Samsung can't be releasing a QNED technology with the same name and claim that it's better, because consumers are used to seeing QNED getting beaten by Samsung and other TV makers, TCL and Hisense. And so now Samsung has to come up with a whole new name. But let's forget QNED for a second, because what's really important is the best from LG, not its second-class mini LED. We're talking its best OLED technology and Samsung's best QLED technology. For the first time, both companies are elevating their technologies in the same year, and they're going to go head-to-head. LG's Evo G1 is brighter, 20% brighter, with a new luminance element that makes its color richer, more like Samsung colors maybe. Samsung elevating its darkroom performance with quantum matrix or active matrix mini LED, 65-inch size, both $4,000. Guess what? We'll have them both in the studio to go head to head. So if you're interested in that review, subscribe, and as soon as you get these TVs in, maybe the Sony A90J three-way battle, check it out when we have it in. But in the meantime, if this is the sort of video you enjoy, don't forget there's more here, 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 and here. Until next time, stop the FOMO.